Deflategate with Tom Brady was such a big story. And Tom Brady, I mean, he broke his phones, he got rid of his phones, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, what a catastrophe!" And then they investigated it, and then Tom Brady was suspended by the NFL because of the whole scandal with Spygate, and it wasn't Tom Brady's fault; it was the Patriots' fault. It was Bill Belichick's fault for cheating the way he did in those years. But because Roger Goodell was very close with Robert Kraft, they got rid of the tapes. And I want guys, you got to check out The Dynasty. It is fantastic. It's on Apple. If you guys want to see the inside scoop of what happened with the whole Spygate and even Deflategate, it's definitely inside scoop of what happened, even the Aaron Hernandez thing. But when you hear Jason Kelce come out and say that, and he was for the Deflategate, he obviously stuck behind the whole Tom Brady thing. And Tom Brady makes a joke about it. He was on the Netflix roast and they made fun of it. Hart said it. A bunch of comedians brought up the whole Deflategate. I'll argue my points about the whole Deflategate. I don't think that Tom Brady should have been suspended for 4 games. I don't. And even if he deflated the ball, the only reason why that came out was because of what they did to Baltimore. Bill Belichick was the king of finding ways of schemes, even though it wasn't considered illegal. It would be an illegal motion the way they ran through their offensive side of the ball. So when that happened and they beat Baltimore, what did Baltimore do? They reached out to Indianapolis and they complained to Indianapolis, and Indianapolis investigated the whole Deflategate. They followed the ball boy, whatever his name was. And they saw him go to the bathroom with the balls. And why was he in the bathroom? He was deflating the balls. So, I mean, it's interesting when you hear an ex-NFL player, now an all-world center, saying that because he's the first one to touch the ball at the line of scrimmage. So, and he's telling you that he thinks that it should be allowed. Depending on I think if you're the home team, you should be allowed to do whatever you want with the balls. I think that if you're the home team, that's an advantage you have. You decide how hard the ball should be, depending on the game. But very interesting story. Travis Kelce also added, he took shots at Fox Sports saying that Greg Olsen they did dirty for Greg Olsen, replacing him with Tom Brady as the lead NFL analyst. I agree with him. I agree with Travis Kelce saying that because I thought Greg Olsen was fantastic. Even in the Super Bowl, what was it, a year ago? He was great. He really was. And Greg was also interviewing for coaching jobs as well. This offseason, he interviewed for the Carolina Panthers coaching job. He didn't get it. But I would agree with Travis Kelce because when you look at a guy that has been in this business for the last couple of years and really built a name, and Tom Brady, who's never done it before, I understand he's the GOAT in everybody's eyes. He's the greatest football player to ever play the game. But he doesn't have that background in it. Look at Drew Brees. Look what NBC did to Drew Brees. Right. They signed him and then they fired him in a year because they didn't think he was any good. But because he was Drew Brees, they gave him the contract. Did they have to pay him up full? I guarantee you they paid him full before they got rid of that contract. So the problem is with this story is we don't know what it entailed. What was the deal? How did it work when they decided to give Greg Olsen or tell Greg Olsen you're going to have to step down, and we're giving the reins to Tom Brady. So I agree with Travis Kelce on that. Jason also, after announcing his retirement in the offseason, now will join Monday Night Football. I think it's a great move by Jason Kelce. I think Jason Kelce is going to be great. I think he's going to be a great analyst. And I like his new Heights show. I think the fact is that he doesn't need to beat his body up anymore. He has a chance to make a lot of money doing his podcast with the endorsements and all the different things that they're going to get out of it, not only through the endorsements, but radio deals and all that other stuff. And now he has a chance to really put his personality right on television. I think he has a great knack for television because of the faces that he makes and his personality. He's like a big bear. So I love the fact that Jason Kelce is going to be a part of Monday Night Football. I think it's going to drive his podcast. It's going to drive his product to really take off even further than it is today.